I mean, I was I was like up for Halloween as a kid.
You had already voiced stoic, but now with all the costume, heavy gear, beard, what was the challenge? Like, how long did it take to put on and take off that beard?
If only it was just the beard. The beard was in 5 pieces, and that alone took about an hour. The whole thing, all the hair and makeup was about 2.5 hours, and then it was over an hour to put on the costume, and very heavy. So most days I wanted to smack Dean in the face. And sometimes you come in and you only have one shot to do, so it was hours to get ready, and then it's like, oh, there's your one shot, and then you go home. But to be honest, yeah, I mean, that was it. The physical struggle was intense, but that's what really helped me climb into stoic. I've never seen a costume I've never worn a costume like that, and it felt very special, and he's very special. So
I saw something about the glue in your face.
So yeah, I had about 7 layers on. So while these guys were freezing, middle of winter,
Except Badu.
I was boiling, soaking wet. So my beard was always coming off. So they were always having to put more glue on my face. At the end of the day, when they're trying to take it off, man, like about a bottle of like white spirits on chemicals. So that was intense. So yeah, I think it, just like a lot of things in this movie, it being live action actually hits you more powerfully on all fronts. I think on all the relationships, these guys' relationship, myself and Hiccup and Toothless. It's more emotionally deep and moving.
And I want to hear from you about working with CGI. How was it? Because I've seen that were puppets to interact with, right? How was the scenes of flying on a dragon as example?
I mean, flying on the dragon it was so sick. I mean,
It was really
Yeah,
cool.
most of the time it was a lot of wind machines, and then we were on like this giant mechanical bull, basically suspended 15 feet up in the air, and we called it the gimbal. And basically, like a lot of CGI stuff, it might be a little janky, just like a person on top of a dragon. And what they did, which was so incredible, they created this rig. So whatever they programmed, like the computer Toothless to do, the gimbal would do the exact same thing. So I was on it, just doing that, so it would just flow so perfectly. And doing those scenes, especially test flight, they had these speakers and they played the song while I was doing that, and that just
Did
made
something
it so much more
funny
special.
happen during that time?
I felt bad for Mason. It was just really, I would always be, when we would fly on Toothless, I'm always behind him. And Mason's always sat in front of me. And so it was just always, he would just be really uncomfortable. And I would just be like talking his ear off. And like, if he wasn't listening to me because he was uncomfortable, I'd start tickling him and he'd be like, please, no. It was really fun. But yeah, I think the funny moments of it is just when anything would go wrong.
Did you get something from the set as a souvenir?
I did. I
did too.
got Hiccup's flight harness.
Oh,
And I
well,
got his
that's
belt.
way cooler than what I got the
Yeah.
headband.
Oh, that's cool though.
I got like a piece of
That's
You
cool.
only
I
got a headband?
No, yes, and I wanted the axe, and they were like, we're gonna send you one.
This man made me the most beautiful sword and hilt with inscription on it. Pretty amazing. I was moved to tears by then. It's stunning.
And do you know how we say toothless and hiccup in Portuguese?
I know to say toothless. It's
Banguela.
right? Banguela. Yeah.
And hiccup.
How do we say hiccup? You remember?
No, I
Do you
don't
know
remember.
how we say hiccup in Portuguese?
Somebody told me earlier today, but I can't remember.
It's soluço.
Soluço.
Mason, how was to approach to that character who's already beloved by the audience? How was it for you?
There's so much about Hiccup everybody loves, and including myself. And there's just something about him, his humor, the way he almost makes fun of himself to cope with it, and all the things everybody loves about Hiccup that makes him Hiccup. Everything I wanted to keep, and me and Dean had a lot of time to talk about, what we wanted to keep the same, what we wanted to change, and explore differently. And
When
it
you
was
were
a
a
lot of fun.
child, did you
Yeah.
imagine yourself being part of this universe? Because you were
Oh
a
my
child
God.
when the film was released.
I mean, of course. I mean, I was I was like up for Halloween as a kid. Yeah, no, watching those movies and seeing that world. Of course, as a kid, like you wanna ride a dragon. You wanna be in that world. So getting the chance to do that and see dragons, for real, it's a dream come true.
You have a long relationship with How to Train a Dragon, and I really would like to know how was to bring this universe to a live action. Was there something that gave you more headaches than the animation?
I think the biggest challenge, of course, was making the dragons feel like they belong in our world. Not just photoreal, but with all of the personality and the traits we remember from the animated versions. Just very believable. And then with that, we wanted to create a world. We wanted to create the island of Berk, and we decided we were going to build it. We found an island that was perfect when we were flying around in a helicopter scouting, and that island is in the Faroe Islands. It's a perfect island for Berk. But then we built our village, and we built our training arena, and we built the houses and the interiors and the Great Hall, all on the stages and backlots of Titanic Studios in Belfast, Northern Ireland, which is where they made Game of Thrones.
Nico, we can learn more about Astrid on live action, right? What do you think will surprise the audience?
I think truly a total testament to Dean. I think that we got to delve more into the motivations behind her actions, which is something that felt really, for me at least, kind of integral into how she behaves with Hiccup and how their relationship develops. And I think that, you know, me and Mason got on so well from so early on, and so there was a sense that we could kind of play around with their relationship and with each other to kind of find what worked. And I think the fact that Astrid was given more context and more of a kind of backstory as to why she behaves the way she behaves and why she's so hardworking, made all of that come together much, much easier. So in terms of surprise, I hope people will watch it and kind of find the nuances in it. But yeah, it was really special to get to expand more on her.
Who is more likely to have a dragon home?
Oh, Dean.
Dean.
Dean,
Yeah,
by miles.
Do you know how to care?
Oh yes, I had 3 dogs. I now have 1 dog, but I love animals, so I take very good care of them.
Is your relation with them like Hiccup and Toothless?
Yes.
Kind
Yes.
of.
He's the real
I
Hiccup.
think the relationship that we have with our animals is reflected in the movie.
Yes, of
We
course.
always wanted, like, people when they watch Bengala acting, we want people to think, oh, my cat does that or my dog does that.
And who is more likely to live in 24 hours as a real Viking?
Gerard.
Jerry.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's in my blood. I'm a Scotsman, I'm a Celt, so we're part Viking.
Who is more likely forgetting about an important appointment?
Oh.
Everyone looked at me.
Yeah, Nico.
Yes, we have to say Nico. Even though I think it's probably Jerry again.
I think it's me, to be honest, again.
Probably me.
I'm
I
the
think
worst.
it's me. Wait, I think it's me or Mason.
But why do you think it's you?
Well, because I do forget things sometimes, but I feel like you forget things in a very equal amount.
Point for Nico.
And who is more likely getting in trouble for defending a friend?
I hope it will be all of us.
Can we say all of us?
Oh, of course.
Let's go
you
to all
are
of
you
us,
are a
right?
group.
Yeah, we would all defend one another.
Yes.
Nice.
I wouldn't, but I get that these guys would.